Hey guys, it's Jen and I am here to bring you a process video for Freckled Fawn. I am using the May kit, which is super cute, and I decided since we just had Mother's Day that I would do a layout about 10 reasons why I love being her mom right now. Now this is an older photo, but it's one of my favorites, so I'm going to use it anyway because I figure that's universal, and I'm just going to do like a now and then, like the photo was taken at a different time than the journaling. So I've got my 10 reasons already. I went and typed them on my typewriter, so I've got those already done. And I'm going to use some of the elements from the kit. I'm going to use this wood shape, which I absolutely love. Oops. And I'm going to paint it, and I think I'm going to paint it. I have this really pretty soft purple color, and I love this color. It's in the kit, and so I think I'm going to paint the wood veneer that color. If it doesn't end up working, I'll just paint the other side and do it white, but I think that the purple will look really nice. So that's where I'm starting today, and I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward and get started.
So like I said, I'm going to start by painting that wood veneer piece, and I'm just using some purple, some soft purple, I think it's called soft lilac acrylic paint that I got at Joann one day in their clearance section for like $1, and I am just using a paintbrush and painting this on. Of course, you could use any acrylic paint that you have. This has a soft gloss finish, so it is a little tiny bit shiny when it's done. I'm going to put one coat on now and put it aside to dry, but I will come back to it and put a second coat on later. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to go ahead and work on my title, which is going to be 10 Reasons I Love Being Her Mom. And I'm going to do the part that says I love being her mom with these super cute alphabet stickers that I designed, which I'm sorry to say that they're super cute, but I think that they are. And they're little puffy stickers, and they come in yellow in the kit, but they also are available in white, and I'm using the white here. And I'm just arranging that on some wax paper. I spared you the process of me putting all of that down. And then I'm going to do the 10 reasons with some white thickers and their foam, and I'm doing that on some wax paper as well. I like to do the title on wax paper just so that I can move it around on the layout until I decide exactly where I want it to go. So I've got that done now, and I'm going to add a second coat to my wood veneer piece. The wood veneer soaks in the color, like it soaks in media, and so it's nice to have a couple of coats if you can. And I probably could have done 3, but I just did 2 here. And then I will set that aside again to dry here in just a second. And I'm just using a Teflon sheet from Ranger, a nonstick mat, and I cut it in half so I could just use a little piece when I do small projects like that. So I'm looking through the acetate speech bubbles and pulling out the pink, purple, and yellow ones, and that's the color scheme I'm thinking I'm going to go with. And I'm also looking through the chipboard pieces to see what I can find in there that matches kind of the theme that I'm going for. So there's one that says here and now. That's the circle that's kind of split pink and yellow, or purple and yellow. Let's talk about this. Full disclosure, thumbs up. There's brilliant. There's some with little hearts. I also pulled 2 of those little clips to see if I could use those. And I decided to map my photo on some white cardstock just to give it a little pop. And I thought I was going to use that patterned paper there. That's a really old We Are Memory Keepers patterned paper that I had in my scraps. But I end up actually not using any patterned paper except for the background for this layout. So my chipboard piece is almost dry. I just took my heat gun to it to finish drying it because I'm super impatient. And I'm going to play around with how I want to arrange this. So I'm thinking right now that I'm going to put the wood veneer piece at the top left and nestle my title next to it. You can see that the leaves kind of curve around the 10, and I like to do that wherever possible. Because I feel like it makes things look like they belong together, and I'll show you several ways I do that throughout the video. So I'm thinking the title at the top, the photo at the right, and then the journaling to the left of the photo. And I'm just trimming up the journaling, trimming off the excess on the sides. And I'm going to arrange the chipboard pieces kind of scattered throughout my journaling, thinking that might be a good way to incorporate it. But it ends up kind of, I don't know, it's not working for me. I pull out the vellum piece, or the vellum stickers that come in the kit, and I am going to incorporate those, but I'm going to set them aside for now. And as soon as I put the adhesive on the photo, I kind of decided I wanted to switch things up. So I thought it would be nice to kind of cluster the photo with the floral piece and the title, and I'm going to center the photo towards the top of the layout. And then here you can see I'm kind of turning and twisting that wood veneer piece just because I want it to nestle around the title. So I'm going to place the title right below the photo and just using the photo to help me line it all up. And you can see that the leaves form like a little curve around the 10. So I spared you from watching me stick down the rest of it. You can see that H there goes over the top of the O in Reasons, and I'm totally fine with that. I like it when things overlap. Again, it just helps it feel like it's more connected. And I'm adding those vellum stickers. I wanted to bring in some yellow, so I'm adding the yellow florals kind of behind the other vellum floral piece, and I decide to add a third one just right below the title. There's a little space under the word her, and so I added it there and made the letters overlap it a bit, again connecting things. Now I'm putting down my journaling, and I started the first line. You can see that it ends where the M in mom comes down, and again that's just another way of nestling things together. So I decided to put some chipboard pieces above the title because I felt like it needed something to balance the way that the title was longer than the photo, and I think that really helped it. So I put the purple and the yellow, and I kind of have now decided I'm not going with the pink anymore. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue down my journaling strips. You can see that I'm just kind of bouncing them back and forth so that none of them end in the same spot. And that just is more visually interesting, and I think it looks nice that way. So just using some Scotch Quick Dry adhesive in a fine line bottle. Those bottles come empty and you can put whatever you like in them. And I'm going to use that same adhesive to glue down that wood veneer piece as well, just dotting it around on the back of it. And it holds it really nicely. So just going to hold that down for just a second to make sure it gets nice and adhered. And now I'm going to play around with how I'm going to finish up embellishing. So I know I want to put some stuff up to the top left of the photo, and I pulled the acetate pieces back and decided to add a few of those. So I'm pulling the purple and the yellow, and I like the way that the tail of the good stuff kind of fits down in between those spaces of the leaves on the wood veneer piece. So I decided to use 3 of them, 2 on the top left and 1 on the bottom right. What you see me with there now is I went ahead and ran that through my little Xyron machine to put sticker on the back of it, because that's the best way for me to adhere these pieces, I think, because you can't see the adhesive because the entire back is covered with adhesive. So it's a nice way to do it. I am going to use these little butterflies from the vellum stickers, and I'm just kind of trying to decide where I want to put these things. I really want to use that circle, but I'm having a hard time deciding where. I decided to put it at the top of the photo, and I'm not going to use those clips. It just felt like too much. I ripped a little bit of the paper at the top left. You can kind of see that little white spot, and so I'm going to find something to cover that up now. And what I decide to do is get these white puffy hearts. They are an older Freckled Fawn product, and I'm going to place 3 on the layout. And then next to the hearts, I'm going to put some of the purple enamel dots, 3 in each cluster, 1 larger and 2 smaller. And I think those came in the planner kit. And that is going to pretty much finish things off. I want to put the date on here. I always like to date my layouts. And what I'm going to do, because the photo is older, I think it's from 2014, and I'm talking about the reasons I love being her mom now. I just wanted to use the photo because I love it. What I'm doing is I'm taking an older stamp set from Allie Edwards from her Now and Then story kit, and I stamped the word now and stamped the month and this year, and then I stamped the word then, and I'm stamping the month and year that the photo was taken. And that works really well for times like this. And then I'll just put the thumbs up right below that again. And that is going to finish this layout. If you have any questions, just leave me a comment in the video description below, and I will link to the products in the video description as well. And if you have any questions, or if you want to see these products, head over to freckledfawn.com. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.